you just get to a point sometimes where you're like, I need to change, things need to change. I can't do this and I can't live like this anymore. Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Joanna, but you can find me at joannalampejo.com or via my Instagram account, which is joannalampejo, the Millennial Homemakers blog, where I talk about homemaking, blogging, productivity and ways to earn an extra income. Now, if you like this kind of content, or this is the kind of content you want to see, I highly recommend you subscribe because it's free, and smash the notification button so you never ever miss a beat. And do me a massive favor while you're there, share this video with somebody you feel it could be of use or of benefit to. Now, I did a video a couple of days ago called 7 Things to Declutter Now. I am going to pop it on here somewhere, so be sure to head over there because there's more context to that video, which technically leads to this video. So head over there and have a look, and without further ado, let's get into the video. I felt super inspired to do this video just off the back of my personal experience this year of falling short, and that's just keeping it completely real. This is where I was, this is where I wanted to be, and this is where I thought I was going. Like, the three just didn't tally up. And so I had to ask myself one serious question. What is a habit? Like, how are habits formed? Now, if you can't understand something, you definitely won't be able to change it. Coming in at number 2, organization. Now, organization is really the ability to give yourself space, to give yourself mental space, and to give yourself physical space. Now, this falls again right back into the point that I was making about the video, which you need to watch. I will link up here again, 7 Things to Declutter Now, because having a clear mind or a clean space, a clean home, which then allows you to have a clear mind, allows you to think straight, and you're able to really get into a place where you can create. And the brain and the mind always are constantly creating. That's why you have so many of these ideas flying around in your head, and you're just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But it's like the brain is constantly putting things out there, but once those things are out and you're able to have that clear mind and you're able to create a system to organize those things, which then will fall into my third part, so you have to wait for it. Wait till the end, you've got to wait for it. The most important currency going right now is your time. And we all have 24 hours in one day, and it's all about using that 24 hours in a more effective way, which technically ties back up to point number 1, which is habits. It's all about being really intentional with what you do with your time on a day-to-day basis, and that is almost you creating that new habit and creating these new systems every day and saying, this is what I used to do, but this is what I'm gonna do because this is gonna get me to this point, and then I'm gonna get this result. And so your time is crucial. And when I'm talking about organization, I'm not talking about, and productivity, I'm not talking about cramming a ton of things on your to-do list and being unrealistic. I'm actually talking about brain dumping. And brain dumping is something that I have been doing for about 6 months now, and it is literally revolutionizing my whole life. Being able to get everything down on a piece of paper the night before and just sitting there and just feeling that sense of mental freedom, and being able to then create space at a later date or that same day, depending when it is, but really jotting down space to then say, right, this is everything I've brain dumped. I need to do something with all of this in order to get the results that I'm looking for. Now, my favorite part, which is, I think this is like the practical part. Like, I feel like you've gone from habits, which is you really learning about yourself and like realizing a ton of things that you thought you was good at and realize, actually, I'm not good at that. And things that you thought, oh, I'm not so good at, and oh, actually, you're quite surprised. And then you've gone on to organization and really giving yourself the space, the time to really think about everything and to just let it all out, to planning and productivity. Now, it's not about cramming like 1,000 things on your to-do list. And I used to do that, and it just, the feeling you get from just not doing the things you've said you were gonna do, you almost lose trust, like, towards yourself. Does that make sense? It's like you're almost betraying yourself, like a bit of yourself every time you say you're gonna do something and then you don't do it, and then you just feel like, oh my gosh, I should have just like almost under promised and over delivered, as opposed to over promise and then under deliver. So using tools to help you do this. So now that you've actually had the time to brain dump, now that you've had the time to establish how you're going to create all these ideas, what you're going to do with them, it's now sitting down and just being realistic. Like, it's not about having 300 things on your to-do list. Like, it's about being effective with the time that you've got. Let's talk systems. Creating healthy systems is literally my life. Like, I don't think I can ever live my life the way I used to. And it's funny, when you evolve, you always think, oh my gosh, I could never go back to that. But when you're in that space, you're like kind of content with where you are. It's insane. But the point I'm trying to make is that creating healthy systems is literally the last part to the puzzle. So there are things that you can use out there. There are tools. So you've got tools like Asana, you've got tools like Trello, which are absolutely amazing. Then there are also other ways that you can help yourself in this process, like tracking system, habit trackers, and things that you can measure yourself against to really help you stay in line and accountable to yourself. Because like I said, the worst thing and the worst feeling that you get as a human is when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it and you feel really, really rubbish. And so there are ways around it. You don't have to feel rubbish all the time, and it's okay if you've overpromised yourself and you've underdelivered. You can begin to rebuild that trust in yourself. Last but not least, we made it to the end of the video. Creating a checklist. Now, surgeons have them, pilots have them, and it kind of means we need them, right? Because we trust these people with our lives every single day. So creating a checklist has been a to-go thing for me. Now, obviously I record for YouTube and I blog and I'm a homemaker, and so making sure that I know what I'm doing every day and like there's like a process, it really just like takes the edge off of things. I do hope that that video has been helpful in some way, shape or form. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope to see you guys at some point soon. If this is the kind of content that you like seeing, subscribe, it's free, and I'd love to have you here more often, and hit the notification button so you never miss a beat. And of course, share this video with somebody that you feel it could potentially be of some use to. Until the next time, I will see you guys soon.